Her Excellency, Madam First Lady Fatuba Barrow, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Ministers, Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, members of the National Assembly, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, religious leaders, the Governor of West Coast Region, the Alcalo and Head of the Sanyang Blunda, the Alcalo, chiefs and traditional heads of Combo South, the Board of Directors and staff of GPA, the CEO and staff of Al-Barak Group, service chiefs, heads of government departments and private corporations, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am grateful to the Almighty Allah for giving me the opportunity to lay the foundation stone for this massive project. I thank you all for the impressive turnout at this auspicious ceremony, marking the laying of the foundation stone for what is, without doubt, a legacy project. That is the new deep sea port at Sanyang, Combo South. The Gambia socio-economic progress hinges to a large extent on developments in international trade. This makes it essential that the country's major trade gateways, such as the seaport, airport, and telecommunications systems, are developed, maximally utilized, and maintained. Such insightful considerations and the transport infrastructure development priorities of our National Development Plan, YIRWA, informed the decision to construct a new deep sea port in this locality. Principally, the Sanyang deep sea port is intended to address the constraints associated with the long-serving ports in Banjul. It is also envisioned to continue to transforming the country into a center of excellence for such regional trade and distribution, as well as value-added and re-export activities. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Gambia Port Authority, GPA, has been operating for the past years within its limited infrastructure. Compared to the ever-increasing volume of cargo being handled, the numerous challenges it had to tackle were in relation to space constraint and congestion, both within the existing terminals and the access roads leading to the ports. The data sets available shows that the volume of cargo handled at the port of Banjul grew at an annual average of 7% from 2008 to 2015. With the 2017 change of government and the subsequent increased confidence in the Gambia, cargo volume surged by more than 18%. This growth rate has further compounded the capacity constraints at the port, as the facility can no longer cope with the increased volume. The situation has led to an increase in waiting time for ships. congestion, low productivity, and demurrage charges, all of which contributed to higher costs of business transactions and increased cost of essential goods in the local market. Thus, the need to expand the port facilities to take advantage of the growing volume of trade in the country is clearly evident. These developments prompted the commissioning of a new port master plan in 2018, which highlighted the need to invest in improving the port of Banjul and equally identifying an alternative location for a deeper seaport. The master plan went further to specify the various components requiring attention, hence making this project well thought through. In 2021, my government granted approval for a public-private partnership arrangement, following the failure to raise a concessional loan for the project. This is how Al-Barak Group of Turkey was legally engaged. And out of 7 possible locations, Sanyang was identified as the best option. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, despite the concerns arising from the project site, the citizens of this country stand to benefit much more than we can ever quantify. In the future, for example, the construction of the new port will ensure the sustainable ownership and management of seaport operations in the Gambia. Yet the government will not contribute financial resources to the new seaport. The investor will bear all the financing risks. When completed, 12 meters draft vessels will be able to dock here, as opposed to only 9.2 meters vessels at the port of Banjul. Bigger and deeper draft vessels calling at Sanyang will translate to low or freight charges. Also, the development of Kauru and Basse inland ports are meant to ascertain that the objective of the River Gambia Revitalization Project is given an added thrust as a game changer for us to compete in external markets. We must appreciate that the new and improved port infrastructure will be handed over to the government of the Gambia at the end of the concession period. Furthermore, the surrounding road infrastructure, basic facilities, and amenities will be developed alongside the port to the advantage of the nation, especially the residents of the area. It is clear that, coupled with the development of our road infrastructure and national airports to optimize multimodal transportation systems, the Sanyang Deep Sea Port will enhance the country's potential to serve as the trade and logistics center for West Africa and hopefully beyond. I enjoy the country in general and the people of Sanyang in particular to embrace this project with positive mindset. Its success will reduce the cost of business transactions, create more opportunities for skills development and entrepreneurship, and guarantee that the Gambia remain a destination of choice within the sub-region. With all this in view, I express profound appreciation to the Cabinet Subcommittee, the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, the Board and Management of GPA, the Sanyang Blunda and VDC, the consultants, MTBS, and all those who continue to work tirelessly for the successful implementation of the project. I must express upon the Albrak Group that the entire government and people of the Gambia expects the project to be fully implemented in accordance with all the obligations you have committed yourselves in the concession agreement. Ladies and gentlemen, let us pray for the successful completion of the project and God's divine blessings for Sanyang Seaport to serve as a legacy project for generations to come. I thank you for your kind attention.